let's talk a fucking Super Bowl that might be a little interesting, Devin. St. Louis versus
Greatest
Tennessee.
show on turf, C tier.
23-16. The greatest show on turf. Obviously, 1 yard short. The tackle that ended the game, won the game for the Rams.
Now, if John Harbaugh was the head coach of the Titans, they would have scored a touchdown and then gone for two and lost.
So, okay.
Jab, jab, swim, swim.
Is there
Suck it.
anywhere in your heart or mind that makes it seem like it's a worse Super Bowl because that tackle was made?
No.
Okay. I'm just making sure. I was thinking about that
No,
earlier.
that is what makes it a better Super. I mean, maybe it would have been. It would have been the first overtime Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, it could have went 23-23. They could have went to overtime. We could have got something even more magical. But
That's
the
true.
1 yard stop, the
It's
greatest show on
iconic.
turf.
Just it's very sad. I mean, I can't imagine that he had a great life after that.
Bro that reached out for that. I wonder how he is
Because
doing.
clearly no one knows who the fuck he is.
Where's this
I mean,
going
I
on the
don't.
tier
So
list, though?
I guess I'm everybody.
Where's this going on the tier list?
See,
Really?
you think it's a B tier?
I mean, it has one of the greatest.
I mean, it kind of capped
moments.
off the. I don't think it's a B tier though.
You think it's the same level of?
I mean, we put damn near every Super Bowl in D tier.
Yeah, I know.
3 in C tier.
And this was probably to this point the most entertaining Super Bowl. All the Super Bowls we talked about, we weren't alive to watch. We weren't here to watch the Super Bowl either. So don't act like we were. Oh no. But we were interested and learned about the Super Bowl because it was something to actually talk about.
I don't know much about that Super Bowl other than that someone fell short an inch.
You know, it was the greatest show on turf, and you know it was one of the greatest endings to a Super Bowl there's been, and it was the greatest to that point. I think it's above a New England Chicago 46-10 blowout where Walter didn't get a single one of those 4 rushing touchdowns. Miami going undefeated in the 70s, and
Well,
what?
I think C tier
the
is
Cowboys
kind of where
the Cowboys and Steelers, because that's where everything started with them. Fuck that.
it's
This
C
is
tier.
a B tier.
C tier seems to be where the things that have meanings outside of the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
This is the greatest show on turf.
Yeah, and now we're finally talking about a game where like something that happened in the game was one of the most meaningful moments of the game.
I mean, yeah, I know one play from that game. It was meaningful.
It was the biggest play. It was a tackle at the 1 yard line. It was a tackle at the goal line. Why all of a sudden are we pretending like that's not one of the biggest plays in Super Bowl history?
That is true. It is huge.
It's huge. It's huge.
But like you said, it could have been cooler, if they continued to play.
And like you said, it couldn't have been. You fucking said S tier when we started this. It's a B tier.
Did I? I did not say S tier.
I'll run the tape.
I would never say S tier for this. I may have said it as a joke.
I think it's got to be.
But B tier is fine. Yeah,
it's a B, bro. I think it's B. I think it's B. It's better than every Super Bowl we have talked about, and to say it's C means it's at least equal with 3 more Super Bowls we've talked about, and I don't think it. Sure. I don't think it is.
I also don't know dick about all the other Super Bowls, so.
Bro, but let's be real. The same thing. I think the same thing applies to the Super Bowl we just talked about. This Super Bowl was good enough to go back and know and be able to talk about in depth more than any other Super Bowls we talked about. And that's the thing. You know about Chicago's. You know about the '85 Bears. You know about Miami's undefeated season. That's why they're C and they're not D or F.
But I don't know about any of the games,
But you well, now you know Walter Payton didn't get a fucking touch at the goal line, and it still pisses me off a little bit. That's not nice. That's fucked up.
It is what it is. They still won.
Give Walter his touches. Super Bowl 35. See, now you can tell me why this Super Bowl sucked. Super Bowl 35, Ravens Giants.
Diarrhea.
Yeah, absolute dog shit Super Bowl in the sense of a Super Bowl. It was what 34-17. 34-7.
34-7.
It was 34-7.
And the Giants' only touchdown was a kick return, punt return,
yeah, it was a
a
kick
return.
return. Now Ray Lewis gets his Super Bowl MVP. It was what their 5th year as a team, and they got there. They won a Super Bowl.
It was their 5th year. They were established in 1996
But it's a D tier Super Bowl.
by Art Modell. It's a what?
It's a D tier Super Bowl. Well, it is also one of the greatest defenses of all time.
It is
It's
the
not
one of the
the
greatest
greatest,
defenses
so
of all
I'll
time.
say that. And I mean that is what pulled Chicago in the C. But
That is true.
if I'm not gonna lie, if it can go in D, Chicago's starting to get a little shaky to me. Sitting at C.
That is true.
If the Ravens, if this Super Bowl goes in the D, just because why is Chicago at C?
I don't know.
The same reason Baltimore is like barely good enough to be D.
It's like, it's the 85 Bears, but it's the
2000
Ravens. So we can put them in their own tier of defense, and they're both in D.
Okay. There you go.
For defense.
There you go. D for defense. D for motherfucking defense. Tom
Brady, motherfucker.
Nah, mine. We'll throw Chicago back up there. They did it first. Whatever.
Sure.
I'll give it to them. Because they won't do it ever again.
Sure.
Which we'll be able to see. Super Bowl 36, New England Patriots, St. Louis Rams, the first Super Bowl of the Patriots dynasty, the first Super Bowl of Tom Brady's run as
first Super Bowl in Patriots history.
17-20, kind of put the nail in the coffin for the greatest show on turf.
Yeah. Did they have a year after that? Maybe. No, this was the last year of like peak Marshall Faulk, peak Kurt. Yeah.
I would say C.
Yeah.
I mean, is there any reason?
It was it was one of the highest anticipated Super Bowls. It was the unstoppable.
Was it at the time? I mean,
from what I've seen from my research.
I don't know how anticipated it was, or maybe it was a time where it's like, who's this fucking Tom Brady guy? Obviously, he's not winning this Super Bowl,
But that's kind of it was also like the Rams just lost in the playoffs the year before. They're back, gonna spank everybody else.
Okay.
The offense is immaculate. They got fucking MVPs at the Wazoo, fucking offensive players of the years, everything.
Super Bowl 37, Bucks Raiders. 48-21. Obviously, like you said last episode, this is a Super Bowl that doesn't really get talked about that much. I mean, it's cool. You got a team that at one point was 0-26, and now they're Super Bowl champs. But it's like, I mean, it's a D tier. It's a D tier Super Bowl.
It is.
Super Bowl after that one would be Super Bowl 38, which was New England, Carolina. It was 32-29
against the Carolina Panthers.
Jake and Tom both combined for 300, or both threw for over 300 yards in this game.
Delham?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
32-29. Another 3-point game. Second Super Bowl in the Patriots dynasty and Tom Brady's run. Just is it a C? Is it a D? What is it? Is it a C?
I think so.
It could be a C. We can put it in C. Okay, yeah. For a second, it was like, is that even the fucking game? Yeah, okay. We'll put.
Is that a foot?
All right, and then after that, back to back for the Patriots, Super Bowl 39 when they beat Philly 24-21. T.O.
Donovan Dick Mad, baby.
Fucking T.O. playing on a broken leg. I mean, New England becomes a dynasty winning their third Super Bowl. I think. I mean, this is an easier C to me than the one before.
True. Agreed.
Okay. Super Bowl 40, biggest F of them all.
F.
Biggest F of them all.
F for
Steelers, Seahawks.
words I'm not allowed to say, apparently.
100% an F tier Super Bowl. Colts versus Bears. The Colts beat the Bears 29-17. Peyton Manning getting his Super Bowl win as a Colt. Now, quick question.
Yep.
Why do people not? People do this a lot with a lot of people who got to win a Super Bowl and their opponent. Why do people not give Peyton Manning more flack for having his first and for a while only Super Bowl win versus Rex Grossman and the Chicago Bears?
I don't know. It seems like Peyton kind of got this pass. He got this thing for being the sheriff, and because he lost to Brady so much, it's like, yeah, no, he would have, but Brady's a person, and yeah, he's got 5 fucking MVPs, so he's pretty good. And his second Super Bowl win was barely a Super Bowl win, and everyone kind of looked at Peyton and were like, yeah, the Super Bowl's kind of they're not built for Peyton. They're kind of unfair. It's like, yeah, not everyone can win a Super Bowl. Like, look at Peyton Manning. It's like everyone kind of throw all that stuff at Peyton. It was
Peyton
every
Manning.
excuse imaginable.
Peyton.
And then you look at a guy like Tom Brady, and the only thing they talk about is a Super Bowl, and it's like, yeah. How do we talk about these guys in the same conversation when we're looking at this guy's Super Bowls and we're looking at this guy's fucking AFC Championship record?
It's a D.
Yes.
I mean, shout out to Devin Hester. He had the best moment of the game. Open the game with a
Yeah.
kickoff return.
He said, "Well, this is the last time I'm gonna touch the ball," and then it was.
And bro did his thing. Did everything he was supposed to do. We got Devin Super Bowl 42. Giants versus the Patriots. 17-14.
Yep.
The undefeated Patriots. The helmet catch.
Plexico Burris, game-sealing
Plaxico
touchdown
fucking Burris
catch. Boom, boom, shoot myself in the leg in a club. Plexico Burris, that fucking guy.
What is this? Where does this go?
I'm torn.
Where does this go? Is this our first A?
They call me Natalie Imbruglia because I'm fucking torn, brother.
Is this? I don't get that reference, but is this?
I don't know if this is S or A.
It's an A. It's not an S. I was debating if this was the first A over the B.
This is an A.
Okay. If we were both thinking A at least, then okay. I'll go A. I'll go A for that. Super Bowl after that one, Devin. Fuck. Super Bowl 43. Steelers Cardinals. 27-23.
A masterpiece of a Super Bowl.
James Harrison's pick six, the
199 yards to end the half.
Larry Fitzgerald
running it up the dead center of the field like an absolute dog.
Santonio Holmes with the greatest
tap. Some weird stuff that happened in the bathroom with some tall quarterback. Don't know what that was.
Yeah, that guy.
It was all there.
This is an S tier Super Bowl.
Mike Tomlin. That's an S tier?
Bro.
Yes.
Bro, yes.
It's a great Super Bowl.
Yeah, you had Kurt Warner as a fucking Cardinal coming in that bitch. You had the moments in this game, the drama in this game. This is our first S tier Super Bowl.
And it was a final second type of deal, and it was beautiful.
S tier Super Bowl. Back to ones that probably aren't. Super Bowl 44. It was.
We do need to get an old fucker on this. Someone who's seen every Super Bowl.
The Saints versus the Colts.
Tracy Porter.
31-17. Shout out to Tracy Porter. It was the first Super Bowl in 16 years with 2 number 1 seeds. I remember a whole bunch of rain and Tracy Porter.
Yep. And I remember that they were like, "This is huge for the Hurricane people." 5 years later, 4 years later, whatever. Huh?
D.
Yeah.
It's a D. I'm
The
sorry.
yeah, the only thing I know from that is Tracy Porter and Drew Brees holds a baby. Whose
It,
baby it was, no one knows. They still haven't found that thing. It got
it's
swept away by the rains.
probably his. Um,
I never learned those things.
Super Bowl 45. Super Bowl 45. You had the Packers versus Steelers. 31-25. Aaron Rodgers, one and only
You know a
Super
funny one
Bowl.
about that?
What's hilarious about that?
Not allowed to watch it.
You're not?
I was old enough, and they said you gotta go to bed. And then my dad shouted up the stairs. He said the Packers won. I said, what was the score? He said 35 to something.
35-31. So
Yep.
you were told to go to bed when the Packers were beating the Steelers in Super Bowl
So I
45.
listened to my family's reaction.
That
And
is
then I had Pops tell me what the hell happened.
that's really sad.
So yeah, I honestly don't know what happened in the Super Bowl. Actually, I do. Charles Woodson broke his leg
To be
or his
honest
arm.
with you, this was a game. It was look, the score is close. Like it's a 6 point game, but
The
Packers kind
Packers
of.
had it sealed the entire game. Yeah,
I
the
re-
entire fourth quarter at least.
I remember watching that game and it just being just the whole time kind of be like, oh, okay, well the Packers are winning.
No,
And
they
this
came out crazy hot, didn't they?
the Packers are still winning, and the Packers are still winning, and then the Packers are
Didn't they come out super hot? Just cruise from there.
see. It's like play for play. I can't tell you that had to take me some research, but to be honest with you, it's. I mean, what is it even a C?
Uh, uh, not really.
I mean, you got like the stars, you got the matchup, but in terms of the game, I mean, I'll say it's better than every game in the D tier list.
That is true.
So
We
like,
throw it at C.
yeah, it can't go. It can't go with
It's
D.
fine.
It can't go with the D. It can't go with the D games.
And it's also the last one Aaron will ever see. So
Who knows? You think it might not be Super Bowl 46. Giants New England again 27-17. The Giants knocked the Patriots off again.
once again,
Nine.
I don't know if was there a memorable play from the Super Bowl?
The sideline catch, the sideline grab.
Mario Manningham.
That sideline
Yes.
grab was
Gotcha.
the other catch. Which look,
Yes.
it wasn't as impactful as the first one. It was
No.
a 9-7 Giants team beating the Patriots again. I will give them that credit. But
How did I pull that name out of my ass?
To me, it's a C. To me, it's a C.
Borderline D, but C's fine.
Yeah, it's definitely not a D, but it's a C. Okay, Super Bowl 47, Devin. Baltimore Ravens, San Francisco 49ers, 34-31. You had Joe Flacco.
Oh no, DePauw turned off.
You had Joe Flacco going absolutely insane. You had Jacoby Jones fighting for a Super Bowl MVP. You had Ray Lewis and Ed Reed on their final rides as Baltimore Ravens.
You had Sam Cock running around in the end zone.
In the end zone.
Wasting time.
This game, I'll give it to you. The power outage made it a more entertaining football game to
It would
watch.
have been 49-10 had the power
was,
not gone out.
It was, what was it? It was 20.
I think it was 28-10.
It might have been something 6. Like it was.
Could have been.
It was low.
It was
bro.
not a close game. No.
It was not a close game at all.
What was the final score?
34-31.
Yeah.
It did end with the goal line stand, and then
Yep.
obviously the force,
The punt.
the free safety, and then the punt. The power outage. That's. I mean, that is Ravens bias aside, the most dramatic and controversial Super Bowl non on the field moment.
Yes.
Like maybe there's plays, there's calls, but when it comes to what the fuck is going
truly
on?
like the most confusion imaginable. Like we're looking at fucking Terrell Suggs and Flacco just staring off into space, freaking out, stretching, figuring out what the fuck nuts happened.
And And they did that shit on purpose.
Yeah. Also, the Brother Bowl.
Yeah, also the Harbaugh Bowl. I think. Where do you think it goes? I don't want to tell you where I think it goes because I'm a Ravens fan. So.
Uh, I'm borderline B and C.
Oh wow. Okay.
Was that ooh wow?
I'm just okay. C. So we're considering it in C. All right. They cut the fucking power off.
It's true. Well then, yeah, B. I think
I
B's
mean,
fine.
they cut the power off and
Because
brought the
I mean,
game
the
back.
game really wasn't ever close.
The game was so close it ended on a goal line 4th down stand.
Yeah.
The game was very
Yes.
close.
Yes,
The
for the
game
last
was
10
very
seconds
close
of that game.
because
Yes.
of a power outage in a Super Bowl. $1 billion game had the
That is
lights
true.
go out, Devin. Jacoby Jones returned the fucking kick at halftime. The man had an amazing receiving touchdown the game before. Joe Flacco was on the run of his life. This game is shit. It, this game is better than that
That is
little.
true.
This game is better than that little Giants knocking off the undefeated Patriots game, but I'll put it in B. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with B. It's definitely ain't no C tier.
True.
That's crazy. Uh Super Bowl 49, 48.
40 what?
Broncos, Seahawks.
F.
The game started with a safety. A botch
Started with a
snap.
safety, ended with a forehead bump like you've never seen. I
It's
mean, I
an F.
guess we can applaud the Seahawks defense.
I mean, do we make that a D then? Does
No,
it get to
F.
be a D off of that? I mean, it was a
F.
dominant performance. It
It
wasn't like
was.
it wasn't like a fraudulent game.
No.
But like I said with the Broncos and Niners, like we're putting this dookie ass blowout in F. You know?
We're putting the Dookie ass blowout in. It was the it. There was no. I did not watch that entire Super Bowl. I couldn't. It was terrible.
I sadly did. I sadly did watch
I didn't.
probably
I
like
wasn't gonna watch fucking Bruce Smith.
yeah, no, yeah, I was all over. I was all over that.
We're going to Disney World.
But then the next Super Bowl to me is it's up there, Devin. Super Bowl 49, Seahawks versus New England. Some of the best drama in a Super Bowl, some of the most entertaining moments in a Super Bowl. The Patriots were
Yep.
down 10 in the fourth
Yep.
quarter. The catch that led to the interception thrown
Jermaine
by
Curse
that the bobbled catch, us landing on him.
landed on right on his chest.
And then obviously the biggest fuck up, the biggest choke in terms of decision making in Super Bowl history.
Sports.
Malcolm Butler in sports. Malcolm Butler, game-winning interception.
I mean, it's unimagined. Like it is truly dreamt of. Like the biggest game, the last final seconds. It's unimaginable.
The question is, does a decision to not run the ball bump it out of S if you're even considering it S?
I'm more A.
Bro, if it's A, we gotta bump this game out of A.
Which one?
Giants and Patriots. Like, it's
2011 or 07 is an A.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, we gotta change that.
Oh, the Steelers game is an S. Yeah, S this bitch up. Well, I mean, but the Steelers game from beginning to end, it was memorable, dope. It was a great game.
I mean,
Maybe this is just my memory lacking on me. I'm not sure I remember much of the beginning of this.
I mean, obviously
Patriots
your memory is
Seahawks.
gonna go to like one of the biggest moments of all time. I'm sure there's people that watch this in the entirety of Titans Rams and still can really only tell you about those final seconds.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, here. If it's S, it's S. If it's A, New England and Patriots or New England and Giants are bumping down.
It's S.
Sure.
A.
All right, it's going A. We're bumping this game down. Um, Super Bowl 50, Broncos, Panthers.
F.
Um, yeah, yeah.
Like truly, it like I remember talking to people when I was a wee boy. Um, that was disgusting. I don't know why I said. I don't even know what accent that could have been. Maybe that was the berries and cream guy. You ever seen the berries and cream video?
Mm-mm.
It's a Skittles commercial.
Yeah, I've
It's
never
like a
seen
little
it.
white. It's a little white dude with like a bob. He's like berries and cream, berries and cream.
No, I've never
I'm
seen
a
it.
little lad who loves berries and cream. Whatever. Um,
You remember being a person watching this game, talking to
it
people?
was the best defense going up against the most electric offense. The electric offense did not show up. Steph Curry's out here banging on a fucking wheel, a wheel of
Uh-huh.
fucking cheese. No one gives
Uh-huh.
a shit.
Yep.
It was so much hype. It was Cam Newtown, the best in the world,
Bro, I mean,
old
it's really,
guy.
yeah, it was
F.
the expectations of what the Panthers were supposed to do in this game,
And then
and they
diarrhea themselves.
absolutely shit the bed. F tier. Okay. I mean, do we even talk about it, or do we just put
S.
51 in S?
It is
Uh,
the best, most exciting.
it is the best Super Bowl of all time. Super Bowl 51. Um,
Unbeatable.
I mean, 28-3, first overtime win. The
Tom Brady
plays, the
almost
plays,
dies trying to
the the,
clip some
pl-
feet.
the plays that were made. Julio's catch, Julian's catch. I mean, just we
Dude,
know what
Julio's
this.
catch. The two straight sacks taken.
I mean, we know
James White.
this game is an S, 100%
Edelman.
S.
Edelman's catch.
Edelman's catch was, I mean, I,
I always forget about Edelman's catch. That is the craziest. He's
Super,
put his pinky under the ball.
Super Bowl 52. Um, 41-33. Philly beats New England. Obviously you got big Nick Foles, leading
Whoa,
that
brother.
Philly team,
Whoa,
which
dog.
it's like, that year, I don't know, Philly was just, I don't know,
I don't know what it was with Philly because it was a team that was like, I think Kelsey said it best, like they weren't supposed to be good.
no, but at the same time when Wentz went down, I mean he was in like MVP conversations.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the Eagles were good. They lose their guy, and
But
then it's like,
it was an odd team because they didn't have any stars or anybody, and none of the guys, at least offensively, were like long term.
well,
It was a weird team.
it was a great game. 1,000 combined yards offensively between the two teams.
Tom threw for 500. Nick
Mm.
threw for 400. Three tutties and a fucking caught one. Beautiful.
A.
Very much. Yeah.
I think this goes into a A.
Malcolm Butler had to sit.
Malcolm Butler got sat
He
down
got
for this
benched.
game. That is wild.
Billy Bill.
One of the most boring Super Bowls of this era for sure. Super Bowl 53, Rams Patriots, 13-3. I mean the same year that we were expecting
Did
Chiefs.
we skip a Super Bowl?
No, we went 52, 53, 51, 52, 53.
The Pats went to three straight
Yeah.
and lost two straight. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm stupid.
New England,
No.
Atlanta, New England, Philly, New England, Rams.
Huh. Yeah. True.
That's what I got up here. But it was 13-3. Julian Edelman got his Super Bowl MVP. Shit, if
Yeah.
anything, I mean Gronk's like one catch that he made could have
His
won
diving
him.
catch. Yeah.
The fact
That was cool.
the fact that one play could have won you Super Bowl MVP off of this.
Yeah.
This Super Bowl sucked. The Super
Terrible.
Bowl sucked. F tier.
F.
Okay, Super Bowl 54, San Fran versus Kansas City.
Yep.
You had the first Kansas City Super Bowl with obviously the Patrick Mahomes era. They were
Yep.
down in they were down in the fourth quarter, 10 points.
They had a
Obviously,
10-point fourth quarter lead
and then ended up winning 31-20
by
after being
11.
down 10. After being down 10, they came back winning by 11.
And this is when my depression started. No.
Yeah,
um, you know, I don't know. I wasn't a fan of this Super Bowl.
I mean, it was, but it was. I
It
mean,
wasn't bad.
it was a good game though. It was like it was just like a C.
Yeah.
It's getting like a C. It was a
Tyreek
good
Hill had a
game.
cool catch.
It was
Raheem
a good game.
Mostert was
Raheem
the Niners running back. Very
Mostert
good.
Mostert did his thing. Super Bowl 55.
Did he play actually?
Super Bowl 55. Where are we? What are we doing with this?
Super Bowl 55. We are
Chiefs Bucks. Tom Brady
yes.
in Tampa.
D. Dude, it was terrible.
The only thing dragging it out of F is the fact that it is Tom Brady and the Bucks.
It's Tom Brady.
And
Yes, that was cool.
And anybody.
Not only did we have the fucking weekend's garbage, we had Patrick Mahomes running for God knows what, running to find a better looking wife. Damn it, that's not nice. And then just pure domination. Bucks,
yeah, D tier.
boners.
Super Bowl 56. Super Bowl 56. Obviously, Rams versus the Bengals, 23-20. Cooper Kupp getting his Super Bowl MVP. I mean, I feel like it wasn't I don't know. I mean, it was.
It was pretty tight.
You had Matt
It was
Stafford.
pretty decent.
You had Matt Stafford finally getting his Super Bowl. You had.
Well, that the same year he got traded.
And it came down to the fucking end. I mean, and
You had Aaron Donald getting just blown.
And you did have Aaron Donald getting blown, but I mean, it's C tier. It's C tier. It's C. It's better than those D's. It's better than those D's.
Sure.
It's better than those D's. And then the final two are obviously the same two matchups, or no, not the same two, but the same two winners. You had Kansas City versus the Philadelphia Eagles, ending in a 38-35 win for the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, obviously, this game was great the entire time. I mean, the fourth quarter touchdown drive to tie it up 35 for Philly was fucking fantastic.
Wonderful.
The only thing that messes this game up is that PI call.
The defensive holding.
Yeah, the defensive holding, whatever the call was. But in my eyes, this.
I think it's B tier. It's one of the only Super Bowls that was like a just all around it was just a solid, full on football game. The teams were matched well. The newcomers versus the established Mahomes and the boys. It was cool.
Then you had last year's Super Bowl.
F.
No, it wasn't an F. It's a C. It's a C.
Yes.
25-22. Kansas City beats the Niners in the Taylor Swift Bowl. Because that's what it felt like. But there you go. There's
exactly what it was. And
there's our tier list, Devin. Our Super Bowl tier list.
I am generally, I'm shocked.
Are you?
Just because, like, when we say Super Bowl, it's like they're meant to be the best games, and they never are.
Yeah,
except for the 6 or 7 times, they're great games.
But the thing is, it's the game that's put under the biggest microscope. And sometimes there are games that happen at 1 p.m. week 3 that are just more entertaining, and just have better players, plays, moments, action, drama, everything. We just happen to also have some of the greatest games possible be played in February.
A few of them, yes.
So yeah. But there we go. Are there any changes we want to make? I mean, I think I like where it is.
I think we're good. I think we did well to move a few around or whatever, and
I think I
like
like
maybe
where
we
it
can
is.
put some other ones in F, but sorry.